The 3-2 New York Jets will play the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field for their Week 6 matchup, looking to move 2 games over 500 on the season. Brian Costello, he'll be making the trip to Wisconsin, but before he does, he joins me now for a Jets game preview. Brian, how ready are you to get out to Green Bay?
At least it's October, Dexter, not December. I think the schedule makers for that.
Yes, thanks for that. You do not want to be in the freezing cold on Lambeau Field. That can be a pretty cold time in December, so Brian gets to stay a little bit warmer, so it's good. Now, Brian, heading into this game, much of the focus will be on the Jets stopping the Packers offense. And Gang Green, they've been stout when it comes to stopping the run, but they've struggled to put pressure on the quarterback. Is it imperative that the Jets get to Aaron Rodgers in this week's matchup?
Yeah, Dex, they did a better job last week. I don't know if that was a function of Skylar Thompson being the quarterback, but they hit the Dolphins quarterback 16 times, obviously knocking Teddy Bridgewater out of the game on the first play. Carl Lawson had 7 quarterback hits. John Franklin Myers had 5. So they got to the quarterback last week. I'm not sure they'll be able to do that against Rodgers. He gets rid of the ball really quickly, much quicker than a rookie playing his first game, obviously. But to me, you watch what the Giants did against the Packers last week, and Wink Martindale brought some pressure on certain downs, but he also flooded the field with defensive backs and made it hard on Rodgers. And I'm wondering if the Jets sort of copycat that a little bit. They're a much different scheme than what Wink Martindale and the Giants run. But do they try to load the field up with DBs? I think that might be the approach here, and try to keep Rodgers from beating them that way rather than getting the pressure on him.
It'll be interesting to see what their approach is against Rodgers. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, last week, the offense had success against Miami with the ground game. Breece Hall, impressive with 2 scores in Week 5, 18 rushes, 97 yards. So some Jets fans are wondering if Hall will get more carries. So over-under time. And don't worry, I got you this time, Brian, with the half yard. I got you. Do you like Breece Hall over or under 59.5 rushing yards in Week 6?
That's a good number. I'll go over for 59.5. Not much over. I think it'll be in that area. I do think Breece Hall will get the brunt of the carries now. I think they're going to ride him as long as they can. And if he falters, then Michael Carter will come back into the picture with a bigger role. Obviously, Carter got the 2 touchdowns last week, sort of vultured those from Breece Hall. But I think the Jets love what they're getting out of Hall right now, and they'll continue to ride that as long as they can. We've seen that in the San Francisco system. They go through different running backs. They try to ride the hot hand as long as they can, and Breece Hall's the hot hand right now.
He is indeed the hot hand. Now, Brian, we look towards the keys to the game. How did the Jets leave Lambeau with a win and move to 4-2 on the season?
Really tough, Dexter. The Packers have won 15 straight at Lambeau, regular season games. The Packers they've won their last 12 after a loss in a season. They're 10-0 after a loss under Matt LaFleur. So you're bucking some trends if you're looking for a Jets win here. I think this is a get right game for the Packers where they figure some things out offensively and defensively. Rodgers is dealing with a thumb injury. He hurt his thumb on the last play of the game against the Giants last week, was limited in practice a little bit this week, didn't practice Wednesday, then practice Thursday, Friday. Maybe he's not right and they get something there. I just think it's going to require a near perfect effort by the Jets. They're going to have to force some turnovers. They're going to have to not turn the ball over. They can't have the stupid penalties that they've committed at times. This will just have to be a really, really, really clean game for the Jets to win this one at Lambeau.
All right, Brian saying it's a tall order for the Jets and Lambeau. We'll see if they can get a win and come back to New York 4-2. That is Brian Costello, New York Post Jets beat writer. Brian, good to see you. Safe travels. We will talk soon.
Thanks, Dex.